Hi there, welcome to Yoga Nomad. My name is Karen, and in this floor-based spinal session today, it would be handy if you've got a cushion and a block. If you've not, don't worry, a rolled up towel will also do. Block is not necessary, but it will help with one of the poses as we come towards the end, which is really lovely. Okay, so at the end of this session, your back will certainly feel more aligned. You'll release some of the tension stored in that back. You will feel taller, you will feel lighter, and you should feel more deeply relaxed. So let's give it a go. Let's see how we get on. Okay, we are going to start lying down. So if you've got a cushion, if you've not got a cushion, then if you've got a nice big bath towel, roll it up so it's kind of like in a tube position. And we're going to take supported fish. Now this pose is great. If you sit at a desk a lot, if you're hunched over a lot, if you drive a lot, this is brilliant. So it might feel a bit uncomfortable to start, but trust me, it feels amazing after a few breaths. So you're going to pull this cushion or this towel, tightly rolled up towel, up to the bottom. Lie yourself down. Rest the head down. Keep the bottom on the ground. So what we're in effect doing is we're sending the back the opposite way to what it's used to doing. So we're used to hunching over a lot, over our desks, over our phones. And this is going to reset that spine. So let the arms be heavy by your side, let the shoulders just relax. If you feel better with bending the knees, that's fine. Whatever feels good. And let's start by taking some really long, slow, deep breaths here. In and out through the nose. Keeping yourself nice and calm. Paying attention to how you feel. So physically, how does that body feel? How does that mind feel? Make sure you're not clenching that jaw, so relax that face. A couple of more deep breaths here. Nice. Now slowly we're going to remove this cushion or towel out of the way, so nice and slowly bringing yourself up to a seat, and then just slide your cushion out of the way. Lie yourself back down, heading into our happy baby. So soles of the feet to the sky, bending those knees nice and deeply if you can. Now if you can, grabbing the outside edges of your feet. If that's not happening today, grab the back of those thighs or those calves, whichever feels the best. In this pose, you must make sure that bottom stays on the ground, so don't lift that bottom, keeping that spine nice and connected. Take a big deep breath. So gently working into the hips, because a lot of our back pain can stem from the hips, so it's always good to stretch the hip area as well. Take a big breath. And another one. Nice. Okay, releasing the feet. Plant the feet down on the ground and take them to the width of your mat. And then you're going to let the knees fall over to the right side. And then let them fall over to the left. And then again to the right. And again to the left. Nice, coming back to the center. Send your legs out long, sending your arms overhead. Take a full body stretch from top to toe. Big deep breath. Nice, then walking your feet, move that out of the way, over to the bottom right corner of your mat. And then slightly lifting up the shoulders and moving the arms and the upper body over to the top right corner. So what you want to be doing in effect is creating a banana shape with your body. So you should feel now a stretch all down that left side. You may want to intensify this stretch a little bit more by crossing that right ankle over the left, and maybe grab a hold of this left wrist and just gently ease that arm. So you should feel a nice stretch all down that left side. Take a big breath. And another one. Nice, let's switch sides. So releasing the arm, uncross those legs and moving those feet over to that bottom left corner. Arms, shoulders shimmy over to the top left. Again, now finding that stretch, this time down that right side of the body, maybe crossing the right ankle over the left and maybe grabbing a hold of this right wrist to find that stretch a little bit more. Big breaths. One more. Nice, coming all the way back to the center, so straighten everything up and taking that big stretch all the way through again. Nice, hugging the knees into the chest. Take a little rock and roll on that lower back. And then we're going to let these knees fall over to the right side, so lower the knees all the way down. Anchor them down with this right hand. So get a hold of these knees, holding them in position here. And cactus in this left arm by your head. Now turn your head to the left to take that stretch up into the neck. Take a big breath. And again. Nice, let's switch sides, so slowly bringing those knees through center, sending them all the way over to the opposite side. Again, holding them down with this left hand, cactus in the right arm by your head and turn your head to the right. Find your breath. One more. Nice, coming all the way back to the center, hugging those knees into the chest, taking that little rock and roll again. Nice, and then you're going to grab behind those hamstrings and we're going to find a position on all fours. So take your time. Wrists under shoulders, knees hip distance apart, and we'll take that cat-cow flow. So drop the belly, lift the head, tailbone tucks up, take that big breath in. And as you breathe out, rounding the back, tuck the chin into the chest and push the mat away. Inhale, come up. Exhale, back. And again, inhale. Exhale. Nice, bringing that spine back to neutral and just take that little shimmy into those hips. And then let's take our puppy pose. So keeping these knees hip distance apart, walk the hands out as far as they'll go. And when they won't go any further, see if you can lower the chest, maybe the chin down to the ground. Now if that's not comfortable, forehead on the ground is fine. Maybe use your block under your forehead. Try and keep your hips up nice and high though. Reach the arms out as far as you can. Take a big breath. One more. Nice, push into the ground with these hands, slowly lifting yourself back up to that all fours. And then just bring the knees together just for a moment, sink the hips back, resting the head down. So coming into this child's pose variation, send your arms behind you. Just reset for a moment, take a big breath. Nice, okay. Coming all the way back up. I'm going to find Sphinx pose. So coming down onto the belly, tops of the feet on the ground, bringing these arms out so that make sure your elbows are underneath the shoulders, your hands are shoulder width apart. Relax those shoulders, so don't hunch the shoulders up by the ears. Let the hips be heavy. Notice where you feel this one. So this is another little back bend. So sending that back in the opposite direction to what it's used to doing. Find your breath. Relax the face, relax the jaw. Try not to have too much tension anywhere in the body here, so try not to overly clench those bum cheeks. Find your breath. Take one more. Nice, okay, slowly lower that chest all the way down. Bring that one hand on top of the other, just rest the head down, take a big deep breath. One more. Nice, now slowly start to bring yourself all the way up. Move really slowly, really mindfully. Coming into a seat. Bringing the soles of the feet together, finding your Baddha Konasana, holding onto those toes, gently pull on those feet and at the same time push the knees down. Take a big breath. Nice. And then moving the feet out a little bit, so you've got that diamond shape between the legs. Grab those toes again, take a big breath in, and as you breathe out, start to pull the chest down. And this time, what I want you to do is start to round that upper back. So separate the shoulder blades as much as you can. Find that stretch across the top of the back here. Take a big breath. And again. Let's take one more. Nice, okay, slowly bringing yourself all the way up. We're going to cross the legs in front. Taking that big breath in, reach up. And as you breathe out, we're going to fold to the side. Plant the hand down and reach over. Try and keep this opposite bum cheek down again. Don't lift it up. Find that side body stretch again. Sending that spine laterally. Inhale as you come up. And exhale over to the other side. Breathe. Nice, coming all the way back up to the center. Send your legs out nice and long. Moving the chunky parts of your bottom out of the way. Big breath in as you reach up. And a big breath out as we fold. Nice and slow, nice and controlled. Don't rush anything. Find your breath. Remember in this one, if you need that little bend in the knees, it's all good, it's all fine. Just find that position that works for you, that feels good. So here we're trying to release any kind of tension in that lower back. You will, of course, feel it in the hamstrings. Take a breath. One more. Nice, then slowly sitting yourself up. We're going to take a twist into that spine now. So bend the right knee, cross it over the left leg. Inhale as you reach that left arm up, and exhale to twist and maybe hook the elbow on the outside of this knee. If that's too much, just take a hold. Whenever you get there, take an inhale and really lengthen that spine as much as you can. So you really are separating all the vertebrae as much as you can. Take a big breath in. And as you breathe out, maybe, just maybe, you can twist a little bit more. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. One more time. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale to twist. Nice. Inhale as you come all the way back to the center. And exhale, release. Switch sides. Bend that left leg. Cross it over the right. Inhale, reach that right arm up. And exhale to twist, either grabbing a hold or hooking the elbow, whatever feels best. Inhale, sit up tall, lengthen that spine. And exhale, find a millimetre more twist if you can. And again, inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. Just one more. Inhale. Exhale. Nice. Coming all the way back to the centre, uncrossing those legs. Okay, this is where, if you've got a block, this would be really useful right now. So we're going to take a massage into that lower back. So lying down, you're going to come into your bridge pose. So lifting up those hips, and you're going to slide the block this way up, so the narrow end on the ground. So putting it underneath kind of that lower part of the back. Now this is one of those poses where you'll have to figure out where works best for you. You're going to take your feet to the width of your mat and put as much or as little pressure on this block as you can stand. And all we're going to do is windshield those knees from one side. So send them both to the right, and then slowly roll to the left. So it may take a little moment to maneuver that block in the right place for you, but you've got to move really slowly here. And what you're looking for, if you find any sore spots, any tender spots, hold it there and breathe into it. These cork blocks are particularly good for this because they're a bit more solid than your usual spongier variation. So if you want to treat yourself to something, treat yourself to one of these. Just a couple more. Coming back to the centre. Or feel free to carry on doing that for as long as you like. Lift up those hips, slide the block out, and really slowly lower those hips all the way down. Nice. Hook the knees into the chest again. And then see if you can curl yourself up into that little ball. So lifting up the head and the shoulders. Take a big breath. One more. Nice, then grabbing behind those hamstrings, rocking yourself up to a seat, sitting yourself up nice and tall. Take a big breath in, reach up.
And a big breath out, just fold all the way down. Let the head just relax. Take a big deep breath. Nice. Slowly sitting yourself all the way up. Take a big breath in through the nose. Let it go through the mouth. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste. Do let me know how you got on. See you soon.